Hello everyone, I'm Jim Longworth and welcome to another edition of Triad Today, coming to you this time from Inmar Intelligence in downtown Winston-Salem in the Innovation Quarter. And we thank David Mounts and his gang for letting us, for hosting us here. We appreciate that. Coming up later on, our roundtable will get into all sorts of controversial issues and so much more for you, so I hope you'll stay tuned. But right now though, I want to start with the theme of community service, and to do that, two great community servants. With me, on my right, David Daggett, attorney with Daggett Shuler, his partner Griff Shuler here. Welcome guys, good to see you.
Hey, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Throughout 2020, you guys would come on the show and oftentimes bring a special guest with you who themselves were great community servants involved in various events, activities, organizations. I'm going to throw out some names of some of the guests that you brought in, and very quickly we'll get a little comment on each of them. EMT Carrie Cross came on at one point. David.
Well, Carrie Cross is the director of the Guilford County Paramedic Academy. I believe this will be their 20th year. They do a fantastic job training paramedics for service in our community. I've had the good fortune of being a guest lecturer there for many years.
EMT is very important at training, Griff.
Sure is, and David's been involved with it for years, and we loved having him on the show with you. And we really support our first responders.
Absolutely. McNeil Cronin, our good buddy McNeil Cronin, actually appeared twice during 2020 as your guest, David.
It was for two different Down syndrome events. The Down syndrome community has been very important to Griff and me, and I think the big message that I want to get across is the message of acceptance and inclusion. And it's not us accepting them, it's the Down syndrome community accepting us. What a message to our community, and particularly politicians during this crazy time.
Yeah, great events.
Well, and the great thing about what we were able to do this year was we were able to do some things virtually. So even though some of their events got canceled live, David did a fantastic job of hosting things virtually, and we were able to still get out the word even though we had COVID going on.
And Dr. McNeil Cronin and Griff Shuler are almost twin brothers.
They are.
He was a college soccer player and an awesome guy.
Yeah, it's scary to get between them. Young Ainsley Williams had something to do with Safe Sober Prom Night, David.
Yeah, I mean, Ainsley is such a sweet girl, student at Mount Tabor High School. She won our Safe Sober Prom Night t-shirt design contest this year. Obviously, Jim, the Safe Sober Prom Night program was very different this year, obviously with all the proms being canceled. But you know, we turned that into a good situation for the community. We kind of focused it more around graduation,
right,
and still was able to do the program.
This is a blind selection. Ainsley goes to my church, and I've actually known her literally since the day she was born.
Right.
So it made me cry.
That's right. Scott Best came on to talk about Hope Run. Quickly, David.
So the Hope Ministries delivers lunches to needy communities in Winston-Salem, and they just do a terrific job. And it's amazing, I call it a ministry, it's amazing what Hope Ministries has been able to do for young people in our community.
Right. Yeah, and you had a fun thing you got to do with them a couple years ago where you were featured in a video, and that was really kind of went viral, and that was cool. So they've been a good partner as well.
Absolutely. Ralston stopped by, and there was something called Beat the Heat.
Beat the Heat is the North Carolina State Championship 5K race. It also has a professional event in it that I usually do the live commentary for. Griff and I are there in person making appearances. That went virtual this year, and it was kind of fun because I did separate videos with all the pro athletes across North Carolina.
Yeah.
Actually got to go to Raleigh and go on a training run with a professional runner, four-time defending champion of the race.
Great event, and Griff end up with, I don't want to forget Eric Aft from the food bank.
Eric's such a great job, and the Second Harvest Food Bank is so important to our community, Jim, especially here at the end of the year. It was great to have him on, and we said it then, we'll say it again. If you have a situation where you can give here at the end of the year, The Second Harvest Food Bank is a fantastic group to give to. They do so much for the community, for poverty.
This year more?
Yeah.
This year more than ever.
This year more than ever.
But in fact, we had a sermon at our church last weekend on the Shining Light, and you're supposed to send in examples that they're going to use this week on Shining Light.
Right.
I used Eric Gaff from the food bank.
Absolutely, good thing. I want folks to go to the Daggett Shuler website, if you will, daggettshulerlaw.com, because they do so many things in the community, talking about helping the students get ready for school. So many things we didn't have time for, but we just want to hit some highlights there, and if you should need their help and consultation, you can call them at 724-1234. Guys, thanks for being a part of this in 2020.
And we have a lot of fun, too.
Yeah, we do. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for all you do for the community.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, we'll be right back.